So, I don't usually review newer movies on this channel when I do my 4K reviews, but I did want to talk about The Boy and the Heron at some point. Mainly because I very much changed my opinion about this film from when I saw it in the theater. Um, and I got to go see it a second time and vastly enjoyed it more. And this is a big deal. So, first of all, this is the first ever Studio Ghibli movie in 4K, first Hayao Miyazaki movie in 4K, which I kind of suspected would happen. Because this is a newer one, they wouldn't have to do any remastering. I expected this to be 4K, but I also expected it to be 4K Steelbook only or in a collector set. I know G Kids has been doing that with a lot of their anime titles. You cannot just buy a standard 4K release of Bell or whatever it is, or some of the other ones, which is why I don't have those. I believe there's a collector's edition 4K of Your Name, but you can't just buy a slipcover version of it, and that's why I don't have that. And that's really frustrating. But with this, they pulled out the stops and they did this slipcover at an affordable price. It's like $30 when I got it. So let's get into this release. First of all, you see the little sticker there. Academy Award picture, best anime feature. It also won that, and it has an exclusive poster inside, which I already took out. But so you got this booklet here about the movie. Now, all these Studio Ghibli releases, when they first come out, do come with these. I think over time they stopped printing them with the booklets. I'm not sure if that's true, but I think some of my Blu-ray releases are ones that don't have slipcovers and they don't have booklets, so I'm not sure. I'd have to double check all those releases, but there's cool stuff in there. Then you get the Blu-ray and the 4K, which I like that they both have different artwork. Let's see here. Special features includes feature-length storyboards, interview with composer, interviews with the producer, interviews with supervising animator, drawing with Toshiki Honda, spinning globe music video, and teaser trailers. So this has special features on it, which is good. I feel like Studio Ghibli movies still be very lacking on special features. I get it. I think it's a G Kids thing. They can't really get too many special features because it is from Japan. It's probably difficult, and they probably just don't want to put the money in for anime, which is weird because I gotta tell you, anime sells a lot in the States on Blu-ray and 4K now. Mostly Blu-ray, but it's been selling a lot. Anime's been exploding in popularity, and I think not putting the work in is a little disappointing on that front. But there's a decent amount here. Where I get frustrated with their releases is just pricing, but this is an affordable price. So this movie on 4K looks amazing. It might look better than the theater I saw it in. It is that good of a 4K release. It just looks so crystal clear. Animation is fucking stunning. Studio Ghibli's animation is always stunning and incredibly beautiful, and this is another example of that. You just, wow, yikes. It is just, like, Studio Ghibli movies that are kind of the movies that if I was an animator, I would watch and be angry. Angry because I could never animate something that good. Like, yikes, they are so talented. And you just wonder every frame, how'd they do that? I don't know. But, yeah, this movie's great. I think watching it on rewatch, this wasn't what I expected. I think Boy and the Heron title makes you think of, like, Howl's Moving Castle and some of these other more fun, adventurous Studio Ghibli movies, where this is more metaphorical. It's asking questions about life. The original title, Japanese title for this, translated to "How Do You Live?" and that's such a better title. Also, Boy and the Heron is such a weird title because there is no boy in the heron in this movie for the most part. Like, yeah, there is the boy and there is the heron, but they make it sound like it's a bigger deal than it actually is. Like, not really. He's not that big of a deal in this movie. So it's just kind of an awkward thing, but really, I didn't really feel like this was one of Hayao Miyazaki's best. I really now feel it is. Absolutely. It is not for everybody. You have to have the patience for it. It is, like I said, very metaphorical. I've seen this movie 3 times now, twice in theaters and now on home media, and I can say like the movie only gets stronger every time I watch it because there are new things I come to understand, new sequences that I missed before that take on entirely different meanings, or I just didn't realize the context of what was happening, and it's just really fascinating. And I think this is one of the few Studio Ghibli movies that's really had that effect. You know, I feel like Spirited Away maybe had some of those, but not as much as this one. This might be a better film than Spirited Away in some ways, and I know that's like one thing like is you should just never say, right? But I'm sorry, it's true. It's just like, ooh, I don't know if it is better than Spirited Away, but I definitely think aspects of this movie that probably are. Its metaphorical nature definitely is. Um, Maybe even performances, honestly. Like, the voice cast for this is great. You know, you got William Dafoe, Dave Bautista, Christian Bale, um, Mark Hamill, Robert Pattinson, Florence Pugh, and many others, all doing voices in here. Studio Ghibli dubs are always great. It's been a thing for a while because Disney used to do the dubs in the States. And they did that because they uh, they were the big distributors for Studio Ghibli here in the States, and so they gave them these all star cast, and they always were not just there for the name. And if they were, you never felt it because they were just great in their roles, and everybody worked perfectly. And this is another great example. So if you really love Studio Ghibli movies, this is a great one to check out. Also, it's great to see Mark Hamill returning to a Studio Ghibli movie. I believe he hasn't done one since Castle in the Sky, so that's pretty cool. It's a great release. I think if you love this movie, you know, you gotta get. There is a steelbook option. I don't recommend the G Kids steelbooks. I think they personally look pretty bad, but Boy and the Heron is one of the better ones. It has more actual detail and art on it compared to this, or not this, but you know, the other steelbooks. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Like, share, and subscribe.